everyone. We are the group two. I am Ranalyn Hirono Rizal.
I am Caster Troy Tibay. Go na go.
I am Harv Larse. I am Dian Ginto.
I'm Sean Antonio Otombo.
I'm
I'm Angelica Bantog.
I'm Stephanie Rose Arcentuale.
And today we will be presenting about climate change and environmental awareness. Climate change is a serious issue that affects the environment. In this report, we will discuss its causes, effects, and possible solutions, including local and global strategies, as well as how we as students can contribute to protecting the planet. Without further ado, let's get started. Climate change in Earth's temperature and weather patterns means it happens over many years, not just during a single season. So, while some changes happen naturally, today's rapid climate change is mostly caused by human actions, such as burning and releasing large amounts of greenhouse gases into the air. But what is greenhouse gases? These greenhouse gases, like carbon dioxide and methane, trap heat in the atmosphere, making the earth warmer than it should. Causes several problems in our planet's climate. And I would say that a little bit greenhouse gases is actually good because it makes the earth warm enough for us people, plants and animals to live. But nowadays of these gases. That's why we have this so-called global warming and climate change. Anyways, let's now proceed to the three main types of climate change that we can see in our world today. The global warming, the sea level rise, and the extreme weather events. What is global warming? Global warming is the continuous rise in Earth's average temperature. Because of this, ice in the polar regions melts faster, oceans become warmer, and heat waves or long periods of very hot weather become more frequent. Global warming affects not just the environment, but also human health, agriculture, and even water supply. The second type is the sea level rise. As ice caps is a huge frozen areas of land, and the glaciers is a large moving. They melt, the water flows into the oceans, causing sea levels to increase. This leads to flooding in low-lying areas and threatens coastal communities or those people living near the sea. A lot of families lose their homes, their may even disappear underwater in the future. And lastly, the third type is the extreme weather events. Climate change makes natural disasters, right, stronger and more unpredictable. When means we can easily tell when or how bad they will be. We experience heavier rains, stronger typhoons, longer droughts, and even forest fires. These events cause several damage to life systems, and that's the three main types of climate change.
So, moving on. Wait lang. Nasa kami? Moving on to the environment. Good day everyone. I'll be discussing the environment part of our concept map about climate change and environmental awareness. The environment refers to everything that surrounds and affects living organisms, including natural, built, and social factors. It's not just the trees and oceans we see, but also the places we live in and the communities we build. First, let's start with the natural environment. We have the built environment. This refers to all the human made surroundings where we live and work, such as buildings, roads, and infrastructures. When climate change brings stronger typhoons and floods, our infrastructure gets damaged, and our energy and water systems become disrupted. Additionally, cities experience the urban heat island effect, where concrete areas trap heat and make temperatures rise even higher. And finally, the social environment. This covers our social and cultural conditions, how people live, interact, and sustain their livelihoods. Climate change causes health problems due to extreme heat and pollution, and it leads to food and water insecurity. Many communities also face economic losses and even displacement, forcing families to when their homes are destroyed or resources run out. In the long run, this increases inequality and poverty. And that is it. It is for the environment. Moving on for the effects. May I call Harb Larse? Harb Larse? Harb? Harb?
Moving on. Moving on to the effects of climate change on the environment. First of all, natural environment. What is the effect of natural environment to the okay, wait lang. Moving on to the effects of climate change on the environment. What is the effect of climate change to the natural environment? First of all, loss of biodiversity and species extinction, coral bleaching due to ocean warming, and increased deforestation and habitat destruction. And lastly, more frequent droughts, floods, and wildfires. Moving on to built environment. Built environment is more of infrastructure and cities. And the effects of climate change can cause infrastructure damage caused by typhoons and flooding, urban heat island effects due to higher temperatures, and disruption of energy and water supply systems. And lastly, social environment. What the effects of climate change to the social environment is first of all health problems caused by extreme heat and pollution. This can cause like heat stroke and different types of diseases. Moving on, economic losses and displacement of communities. And lastly, greater inequality to poverty due to environmental stress. Moving on to causes.
Moving on to causes. The main causes of climate change are human activities such as burning fossil fuels and industrial waste. Burning fossil fuels like coal, oil, and gas releases large amount of carbon dioxide into atmosphere, which traps heat and leads to global warming. Deforestation is that absorb carbon dioxide, making the problem worse. Lastly, industrial waste from factories release harmful gases and chemicals that pollute the air and contribute to climate change.
Oo.
Okay na, pre.
Let's move on to the global solution. Many problems today affect the whole world: pollution, poverty, and loss of natural resources. These problems cannot be solved by one country alone. That's why nations around the world work together through global efforts like the Wait lang ulit po. Many problems such as climate change, pollution, poverty, and loss of natural resources. These problems cannot be solved by one country alone. That's why nations around the world work together through global efforts like the Sustainable Development Goals or SDGs, the Paris Agreement, and the use efforts shows how countries unite to protect people, the planet, and especially our future generations. Number one is the Paris Agreement. The Paris Agreement is an international treaty signed in 2015 during the nation's climate change conference. Its main goal is to limit global warming to below 2 degrees Celsius and to try to reach 1.5 degrees Celsius above pre-industrial levels. Countries that signed the agreement promise to, first, reduce carbon emissions by cutting the use of fossil fuels like coal, switch to clean and renewable energy such as solar, wind, and hydropower. Third is to protect forests, oceans, and natural resources which absorb carbon dioxide. And lastly, by support by supporting developed countries by providing technology, funding, and the Paris Agreement shows the world's teamwork and shared responsibility in solving climate problems. Every country sets its own nationally determined contributions, or the NDC, plans on how they will reduce emissions and adapt to climate change. Sustainable Development Goals, or the SDGs. The SDGs are 17 global goals created by United Nations in 2015. They aim to end poverty, protect the environment, and ensure peace and prosperity by the year 2030. Some goals include the Goal 7, the affordable and clean energy. It promotes access to reliable and renewable energy. Next is the Goal 11, the sustainable cities and communities. It focuses on building safe, green, and resilient cities. The responsible consumption and production. It encourages people and industries to use resources wisely and reduce waste. The SDGs remind everyone, the governments, businesses, and individuals that every action matters by fair and sustainable world for all. Lastly, the renewable energy. Renewable energy comes from natural resources that do not run out like the sun or solar energy, the wind or wind energy, water or hydropower, the earth's heat, and last, the plants and waste or biomass energy. Using renewable energy helps reduce air pollution and harmful greenhouse gases, slow down global warming, create green jobs, and support clean technology industries, provide electricity to remote. Renewable energy supports SDG 7 and the goals of the Paris Agreement by promoting clean, sustainable power for everyone. It is also cheaper and safer in the long run than fossil fuels. The SDGs are Sustainable Development Goals, renewable energy all work together as global solutions. They remind us that by working as one world, first is we can protect the planet, second, improve people's lives, third, build a peaceful and sustainable future for all. Government has a role to play in caring for the earth. Even small actions like saving planting trees or using waste can make big difference.
Moving on to the local solutions. Local solutions are simple actions by individuals, schools, and small steps when practiced consistently support national and global climate efforts. First one in the local solution is Paris Agreement. The Paris Agreement aims to limit global warming. Locally, we support this by conserving electricity, reducing waste, and joining community eco projects. These every generation are country's climate commitments. The second one is the SDG goals. The SDG guide us towards a better future. Locally, we help by promoting clean energy, supporting sustainable communities, and practicing recycling and responsible consumption. And the last one is the renewable energy transition starts with us using solar panels, choosing energy efficient appliances, biking or using public transports, and reducing fossil fuels use all help cut emissions and support long-term sustainability.
Humans are major contributors to climate change. Our daily choices, what we buy, how we travel, and how we dispose our waste can either harm or help our planet. Opportunity to heal itself, it still needs us to support to do so. We often see posters that say go green, but what does that really mean? Go green simply means living sustainability and making mindful choices that reduce environmental harm. As we can do to help lessen the effects of climate change. Number one, practice the three R's. Reduce, reuse, recycle. Reduce meaning lessen the amount of waste we produce by consuming and buying only what we need. Reuse, use items that what recycle. Process used materials to create new products, preventing waste from going to landfills. Number two, use a reusable water bottle instead of disposable ones. Number three, use eco-friendly or all business. Number four, learn to conserve our resources, such as water and energy. Number five, walk more, drive less. Or choose an eco-friendly transport like biking, carpooling, or commuting. Join our volunteer trip. And lastly, number seven, as a student, we can use our social media platforms to spread awareness about climate change and encourage others to protect our environment. The examples I mentioned are small and simple actions, yet impactful habits that can promote sustainability. And that is how we can practice environmental awareness as a student.
Okay. Here in the branch of adaptation measures under our main topic of climate change and environmental awareness, communities prepare for, respond to, and lessen the impacts of climate change. We have resilience, reforestation, and reduce emissions. In resilience, it means strengthening our communities and infrastructures to better withstand the constructing durable roads and bridges that meet proper standards, allowing them to endure floods and extreme heat while minimizing damage and ensuring safety during disasters. Uh, besides that, resilience can be also seen in a human or cultural Filipinos who are known for their resilient spirit. Filipino resilience has always been seen in times of hardship and disasters, especially now after Tino hit Cebu, where communities continue to show unity, hope, and determination in their lives despite the challenges they face. Then, on reforestation, it involves planting trees, restoring forests. Trees can absorb carbon dioxide, release oxygen, and help stabilize the land, then reducing the risk of floods and landslides. Areas like the Sierra Madre Mountains, which serves as a natural barrier protecting communities and our country from strong typhoons and heavy rains. However, ongoing deforestation due to continuous quarrying threatens this protection, making refers both adaptation and environmental preservation. Reforestation supports a safer environment by improving air quality, reducing disaster risks, and maintaining ecological balance. Then on reduce emissions, uh, the release of greenhouse gases through energy conservation, using renewable energy, and lowering fossil fuel use. While this also helps mitigate climate change, it's considered an adaptation measure because reducing emissions impacts, allowing communities to adjust more effectively. Doing simple actions like such as carpooling, using public transportation, switching to solar power, and reducing plastic waste all help in lowering emissions and promoting environmental awareness.
End nyo na guys.